What is going on YouTube? This is my new channel I'm starting called Curly Fry. My last name's Curly, and who doesn't love curly fries, so I thought I'd name it that. Now I'm going to be basing this off gaming and technology and anything related to that. But for today's video we're going to be talking about my gaming PC build. Now I've been researching this for quite a while. Ever since I was a freshman in college I wanted one and I started looking into it. And now I'm a junior in college, so it's been about 2 years and I finally built it. I've been saving up the funds and I was able to buy all the parts. Now I'm going to be putting it together. I got all the parts behind me right here. I'm going to show you guys each of the parts and why I bought them, why I chose it over other parts. But hopefully you guys enjoy, and we're going to jump right into the parts right now. And I'm going to show you all of them, give you a tour, and then I'm going to show you guys the finished build when I'm done. So I figured I'd start with the motherboard because that's the part that everything attaches to. So this specific one is the MSI Z97S SLI Crate Edition motherboard. It has some nice bells and whistles for the price, and it's a Z97 board, so I can overclock my processor with it, and I do have a K-series Intel processor that you guys will see very soon. But the main reason I really got this specific one is because of the black and white color scheme. I'm going with that in the build with a little hint of red, so this was pretty much the best option I could get going for that theme. So at the processor, we have the i5-4690K. Now this thing is tried and true when it comes to gaming. It's 4 cores, stock clock of 3.5 gigahertz, and you can overclock it well above 4 gigahertz at least. That's just air cooling. You could get it much higher. But I decided not to get the i7 and save the $100 and just get the i5 because I don't think hyper-threading would be that big of an advantage for me, and 4 solid cores is perfect for gaming and some light video editing for things like this and whatnot. So really solid choice on this, and I will be using the stock cooler with this. I do not have an aftermarket cooler to put on yet, but I am planning to get the Hyper 212 Evo and install that someday to keep the temperatures lower. For the RAM, I picked up two 4GB sticks of DDR3 1600 MHz Corsair Vengeance RAM. I mean, for gaming, all you really need is 8GB. I may upgrade to 16 in the future, but that'll be down the road. 8GB is plenty for gaming right now and the stuff that I'm doing. So, solid choice on this, can't go wrong. So this is my favorite part of the build right here. This is the graphics card, the AMD R9 390. Now I got the MSI variant. It has a twin Frozr cooler, has a nice backplate, and so this card is 8GB of VRAM. The other choice I was going to go with is the GTX 970, but as you guys know, that one really only has like 3.5GB of usable VRAM. And with DirectX 12 coming out soon, well, it's going to be implemented in games hopefully very soon. This just seems like a better choice. I'm not going to say it's future-proof because nothing in computers really is, but it does have a better outlook for the future when compared to the GTX 970, so I decided to pick this one up. So the storage for this build is nothing fancy. It's just a terabyte of Western Digital Blue 7200 RPM mechanical hard drive. Now I couldn't fit an SSD into the build really. I mean, I could have forced one in, but I would have had to sacrifice other parts. So I decided that this would just be plenty for me. I mean, my old laptop used to have a 5200 RPM hard drive, and that was really slow. So the 7200 RPM was a big upgrade for me. Now it has a terabyte, so that'll be enough to hold all my games and videos and stuff for now. And maybe in the future I'll be able to upgrade to an SSD and transfer my Windows over there, but for now this is plenty. Powering this build is going to be the EVGA 750 watt B2 power supply. EVGA is well known for their B2, G2, and GS series power supply. They are really reliable. This one has a 5-year warranty to be specific. I could have gotten away with a 650 watt power supply to power the R9 390, but I just wanted to get 750 watts to be on the safe side and leave a little bit of room for overclocking if I wanted to get into that into the future. So the operating system for this is going to be Microsoft's Windows 10 Home. Now this one came with a USB drive, which I think is really cool. So I didn't have to buy an optical drive to put a CD in and install Windows. I could just straight plug in the USB right out of the box and activate the Windows on it. Nothing too special here, so let's get on to the finished build. So here we are at the completed build, and I thought I'd wait till this point to show you guys the case. Now this is the NZXT S340 case in the white version. It's very plain. It's like a cube. I really like it. I like the plainness. It doesn't look like a normal gaming computer where it's all flashy and looks like a spaceship and whatnot. I'm not really into that. But it did come with one intake fan and one exhaust, so that's really good. Now, here's everything completed. We have the MSI graphics card right here, the Intel i5-4690K processor right there with the stock cooler on it. Like I said, I'm going to upgrade that to the Hyper 212 Evo, hopefully. Now, before you guys say anything about the cable management, I know it's pretty bad. Like, these obviously need to go behind here, and I need to tuck this behind the motherboard. But I just wanted to get it all put together and turn it on, make sure everything worked before I go back in and do all the actual full-on cable management, get everything looking nice. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on for you guys. Lights up blue when you turn it on. The fans kick on. And with the graphics card, I really like that this MSI logo lights up. I think it's a cool little feature. It's not that big of a deal, but it's really cool. So there's all the parts in there. So that pretty much sums up my entire gaming PC build. Now I wanted to thank you guys for watching, and overall it was pretty easy. This being my first time building a PC, everything's labeled pretty well, and all the parts come with a manual or some sort of instructions that can tell you what to do and where each part goes, and everything's labeled. The motherboard's labeled with what goes where. Cables are usually labeled with what goes there, and it was pretty simple. There's also plenty of resources online if you guys are planning to do this and you get stuck somewhere. There's my favorite one is Reddit. There's a subforum called Build a PC. They're very helpful there. They'll answer any question you guys have. Now, if you guys have any specific questions for me about this build, or if you guys have questions about your upcoming builds, I'll be glad to answer them to the best of my abilities. And really, if you guys want to see any more videos about this, just let me know, and I'll work on getting them done. But thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't. I'm going to be uploading more gaming stuff like this, technology videos. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.